When she says I wonder what our kids are gonna look like, when in reality the kid's gonna wonder what I look like. When you Google a word to see what it means but the definition just uses a variation of the same word. So sanity has gotten to a point where this MF kinda makes sense. Male Facebook users when they see a female wearing any kind of tight clothes. Notes. Yes. That feeling when you finally get back to being happy and content in your own company after losing some really cool entertaining friends. Me wondering why my date from yesterday doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I spent the whole date talking about how it's she storytelling to have a tsundere character take L after L only to give them an unhappy ending. You guys hit me once for fun, how's life hitting you now? You go to see a movie in theaters. An AI generated commercial plays before the movie. You realize you have 150 unread emails. Panic. Most of them are automated notifications. Calm. One of them starts with urgent reminder. Panic. Sometimes I wonder how beautiful the life of an Italian must be. They get to eat pizza and pasta and mozzarella and lasagna and carbonara and risotto and spaghetti and meatballs and tiramisu and ratatouille and fettuccine alfredo and basil leaves and every fancy food. And they get to wake up every morning and choose which beautiful food they'll have that day. Like wow. When you ate Captain Crunch and now the roof of your mouth is throbbing. What could be better than having kids? Me, silence and money. Leaving my shoes far apart so if a burglar comes they think I'm Bagash. Guys, it's Bagash's house, we gotta go. Your new LinkedIn connection. Hey, you should buy my product, you stupid sad loser. Who the F starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Me when I see my bed. I'm going to assert my dominance face to face. Face to face. Are you gonna wait for him to sit down or you gonna stand on the coffee table? When you're trying to pay a bill on the deadline but the app is conveniently undergoing maintenance. Shut up and take my money. Auto translate when the translation is obvious. Auto translate when I actually need it. How it started. How's it going? I learned from Van Gogh, Monet, Picasso, Rembrandt. You did amazing. Inspired by Impressionism, Surrealism, Baroque. Van Gogh, Dali, Vermeer. Thief. Eggplants contain that friend who gave up 3 days ago going to the grocery store. My diet plans. Eating healthy, working out, staying strong. Girl Scout cookies. Bye bye diet. When you log on to Marketplace just to browse and end up emotionally bonding with a crunchy £37 and 9 pence relic. You, the girl out of your league. So today I took my daughter to work with me. When we were leaving she started crying. My boss asked her what was wrong. She says I was here all day and I never saw the clown my dad says he works for. Always shocks me when people say the gifted program set them up to fail, like that's some big surprise. Everybody else was learning to read and they pointed to you and said not this one. This one will learn riddles. Of course your brain is broken. Do all odd numbers have an E in them? Here's today's facts. Every single odd number has the letter E in it when you spell it. Approximately 1 million people in America are married to their first or second cousins. Incorrect password. Changes password. New password can't be old password. For the love of God, how do you clear the laptop speaker holes? Ask Siri to blow from the inside. When you see people praise you for drawing a meme. Imagine if you found out your group chat has another group chat with the same MFs except you. Fondly remembering your first love. Remembering the poem you wrote them. When you haven't slept all night but you're in a good mood. Me, Dad, I wanted a pet to take care of. Dad, don't worry, we already have one here at home. Me, what, where? Dad, you. Now go get my coffee and help me in the garage. Me, damn. Me looking for the tool I need to move forward in a game but I only find hidden secrets. Any water? Nah, just more diamonds and gold. My mate has just seen the Chernobyl documentary. He actually grew up in Ukraine in the 1980s and was able to count at least 8 historical inaccuracies on one hand. Wait, what? How are things? When an animal plops its head down on you, crying from happiness. I'm telling my children this was chaperone. Dev who wants to build tension. I'll make a psychological horror adventure with jump scares right. The purpose of a meme is to disturb the humorless and to humor the disturbed. A whole new level of parking. Pack reasonably for the trip. Pack like I'll shit my pants 3 times and fall into a lake. Write strong female character, Hollywood, so I'm an expert at controlling my anger because I do it infinitely more than you. Japan, alcohol is the best medicine. Spouse, after my knee surgery I need you to do ABC123XYZ for 8 weeks. Me, whatever you need, you're a fantastic life partner and I love you. Spouse, I also think we should switch sides of the bed for 8 weeks. Me, it will be a cold day in hell when I sleep on the right side of the bed. Out of the car, this is a robbery. Thank God I thought it was ICE. When you had a dream that you lost your job but then you wake up and remember you have no job. Men will make $100,000 per month and still live like this. Too hot for big blanket, too cold for small blanket. How that one bro looked when you first met him. Biology exists. David Blaine, and I took that personally. Who's nasty? I saw a chicken pop an egg out there the first time and said I'm gonna eat that. How it's gonna feel to pass down my Steam account to my son in 30 years. Dad, why do you have X with hid 1, 2, 3 and 4? Other people with ChatGPT. Random mighty guy at 3 AM. Me writing my CV with AI. Me at interviews still hoping AI can answer for me. One of my favorite things to do is wake up in the middle of the night and think about stuff I can't control. My new business cards just arrived. Alex Taylor, please do not contact me. There's not enough enrichment in my enclosure and pretty soon I'll need to act out. How to trigger multiple fan bases at once. Live long and use the Force, Frodo. Well, I'm going through a little bit of a rough patch, the whole year actually. The other reason why tech companies are responsible for the rise in child and teen anxiety: study hard, work hard, play an instrument, excel at a sport, volunteer, build your resume, or you'll never get a job at fun. Your favorite YouTuber uploaded a 45-minute video. It's a compilation of their other videos. I'm no wildlife expert, but I think this monkey might be drunk. Come join our team. We have an amazing environment. The environment. All employees must stop crying before returning to work. What teachers see. What students see. Memes used to make sense. Sure, grandma, let's get you to bed. Photos on the barber's wall. You after getting a haircut from him. When you pull up to the plans and there's side characters that weren't mentioned. People in award shows when they have to pretend that they actually want to be here. He took up 2 spaces but bought 2 tickets. I can live with that. My son interrupted my phone call to tell me that he was going to lie boredom. I informed him that was impossible since I'm still alive after listening to him talk about Minecraft for the last 5 years. I'm so disgusted with my actions. Same bro, what the F am I doing with my life? What are we doing here, dude? Poland hearing that Greenland might be invaded. Infused pre-roll, distillate vape. Dated a girl with the same first name as an ex of mine. Still got yelled at when saying her name sometimes because she could tell I meant the other one. When you realize it's Sunday and you're about to sleep. Me putting every color in the washing machine because nothing gon' happen for real allied. Garrison is giving out a lot of hugs over the years. It's 1999. Spotify doesn't exist yet. You have just spent $10 on an album, 3 tracks in, and you realize it effing lux. When you go to sleep at 3 PM and wake up at 6 PM, when am I? Me after 2025, 2026. Locals who live in a city whose economy is based entirely on tourism when they see a tourist in town. We got married. You can tell this was AI generated by the hands. Me when I start over romanticizing someone. She here we go again. Me, heal my disease. Brain. No, me, takes pill with no effect. Brain. You son of a b. I'm in. Ultron is born, scans the internet for 5 seconds, decides humanity needed to go. Me in conversation, trying not to forget my point, trying not to interrupt. Plans for the flight, read, nap, work, watch a movie, actually on the flight. A beloved childhood song, the artist, the lyrics secretly being about X. I didn't forget to reply, I saw the notification, thought I'll respond in a second, and then time simply did that thing it does. Me confidently telling someone I personally would not let that slide when I have in fact personally let that and more slide. YouTube when someone threatens to assassinate a prolific figure. YouTube when someone brings up their corrupt practices. I have started seeing someone, dating or hallucinations. Me disciplining my dog but remembering he won't always be with us. I have one, but at what cost? I hate to admit this, but our feelings on certain things really do change as we get older. 10 years ago I would have preferred to get a new video game instead of an engagement ring, but now that I'm older I would prefer to get a domesticated raccoon instead of an engagement ring. No one fights in cartoons. Me sitting idly because I have shit ton of work to do. Another day without needing to calculate the surface area of a cone. Video game characters realizing they can't pay the due rent and the only solution now is to whack the landlord. When you finish the ice cream and start nibbling on the wooden stick. Can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it up a bit so it doesn't look obvious you copied. Okay. Social media has ruined the expectations of a man in a relationship. If he wanted to, he would. A 23-year-old man does not need to be buying you expensive clothes, bags and trips when he's trying to build a life. That's not normal. Unfortunately, I do enjoy watching the downfall of people who did me wrong. When the game had original developers, when the original developers left the game. As a religious kid I used to think the rapture is happening tomorrow every single day, so it wouldn't happen because the Bible said no one knows when it'll happen, and I thought I was making some sort of loophole to give myself another day. Go back to streaming, bro. The F is this? Honey, how is the baby doing? Me, yeah, he's fine. Me and Netflix shows. You all can go broke in Victoria's Secret all you want, but these are the gowns that had your grandpa making 10 to 12 babies and paying all the bills. Run as administrator. Literally anyone, working hard or hardly working, dads. Driving in America in 2026. I knew one day I would have to watch powerful men burn the world down. I just didn't expect them to be such losers. Moon landing deniers. Let's see who this really is. Mrs. Gorski. My girlfriend, up with a nice bouquet of flowers and a handwritten note to celebrate her promotion at work. They both claim to know the way, but one of them lies. Choose wisely, my brothers. Eren is the best animated villain ever made. My guy went outside his home for a few days, then instantly decided the human race had to go, and I couldn't agree more. I don't know who needs to hear this, but both sides can be at fault. You may have a hater, but you'll never have a hater that pulls up to your ambassador summit just to remind you that he killed your infant son, which ruined your marriage, quite like Black Manta. How's the wife and kid? I'm amazed by people who lose weight with exercise. When I exercise nothing happens because my DNA still thinks I'm a European peasant. So it's like, oh, are we running from the English again, lass? Dinny ya worry, we'll keep ya plump as a partridge to outlast the ladderist birds. Every other company that does AI getting flamed and cancelled proving no one likes it. Companies for some reason, I'll ignore that. When you blow your nose, but it's blood. Man suffers heart attack, lies at work, co-workers gather for group selfie thinking he had fallen asleep. Not being able to relax or mourning because I have a minor commitment later in the afternoon. I hate pending payments, just take it already so I can start my healing process. I made $200. Bills, my $200. Stream of Italy will be deported to from the Philippines after finishing his sentence for harassing local resident. When you promise your girl the whole world but then your card declines at Taco Bell. Nearly 4 million Americans have been out of work for at least 6 months. And why the F are you using my picture? You ever be so stressed and you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, okay, great, I'm effing ugly too. Honestly, I don't even play an active role in my life anymore. Stuff just happens and I'm like, oh, so we're doing this now, okay. I just go with the flow. Me finally gets 8 hours of sleep, my neck and my back. Congrats, but you did it wrong. I'm literally fine as long as I don't think about the past or the future and also the present. Yes, rent a power bank, but 2015 to 2021, you laugh you lose. 2022 to 2026, you laugh you win. I love that the culture of the internet has switched back to funny. When I was 22 I left a Halloween party dressed as Mario and drunk and couldn't get a cab, so I started walking the home and realized I was going to have diarrhea, so I squatted between 2 cars but I had to pull the overalls down to my ankles. Then one of the cars locked its doors. Imagining Europe invading the US instead of the other way around. Me when I see a free game. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I download it? Let's be friends, hat guy. Hey foolish harbinger, I'm just using you for warmth and affection. Hey foolish archon, I'm just using you for love and comfort. Hee hee hee. My brain trying to understand quantum physics. Also my brain trying to untangle these earbuds. The duality of man.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.